Welcome to Forks Drum Closet, one of the greatest drum shops in the whole country here in Nashville, Tennessee. We have tons of great gear for the working drummer and for the professional drummer, anywhere from drum kits to cymbals to drum heads, sticks, cases, hardware, gear, anything that you need to support your professional drumming career, you can find here at Forks.
Hi, my name is Dan Duchette. I've been working at Forks Drum Closet for 20 years this year. Forks was started in 1982 by Gary and Melissa Forkham. The original closet, the music store that he worked at, he bought out their inventory for, I think it was $8,000 in 1982, and that was actually in a back closet of that music store.
So here at Forks we have over 24 drum kits available for the working drummer, but also if someone wants to start learning drums. We have a Ludwig Questlove kit, great for a starter drummer, and then we have a wall full of kits for the professional drummer, from Ludwig to Gretsch to DW, Tama, boutique kits such as Tamburo. We carry it all. There's a lot of professional musicians that play percussion. We have congas, we have bongos, we have tambourines, timbales, hand drums, claves, shakers, you name it. What's super fun if you're a professional drummer is we have this snare room over here. We have a wall of used snare drums as well, and then a glorious wall of new snare drums from Pearl to Tama to Ludwig. Any drummer can take one off the wall, put it on a stand, try that here if they'd like. What's great is it's not a museum. Any drummer can come in here and play anything they want, try it out, and then take it on the road with them if they'd like.
Drummers, I think, are very gear-oriented. I know growing up I was an erector set person. I loved putting that sort of stuff together, and so much of the community of drums is just looking at them and talking about them and listening to them, and we all get excited when we tap on that little thing and it makes noise back at us. We're all goofballs and noisemakers at heart, I think, and that's kind of what we lean into.
We carry tons of drumsticks here, anywhere from ProMark to Vader to Vic Firth, innovative percussion, tons of drumsticks, and I tend to use the 5As, 5Bs, the 747s. I love the ProMark sticks the best, but we carry a ton of them for any working drummer.
Hey everybody, this is Nick Buda. I'm here at Forks Drum Closet. I play in Kenny Chesney's band. As you can see, I'm standing in front of the ProMark sticks, which are the ones to get if you're a drummer at all, just a side note. And I'm very proud to be here at Forks, where I have come to shop for drums ever since I was 13 years old. I actually ended up getting my first drum set from Forks, and I still shop here to this day. These guys have everything you can think of. You run out of a little washer for a lug, they're gonna have it here. I use these ProMark Forward 5As, and I use them on everything. I use them live with Kenny. I use them on the sessions I do here in town. I love how balanced they are. On any pair of sticks, they feel even, which is not always the case with sticks. Can't speak highly enough about ProMark.
It was always really important for Gary, Melissa, and now Steve and Debbie Maxwell, who bought Forks from Gary and Melissa back in 2018, to have players that work here. That's so important because it creates an atmosphere where somebody walking in the front door knows that they're going to be talking to someone who has put their hands on this stuff and has seen it break out in the real world and what does work, what doesn't work. We do really well with ProMark in the store. A lot of Broadway drummers play the 747B W, I think. Bigger, longer drumstick, and it was sort of a sleeper for all these years, but the last maybe 8 months, that particular drumstick, I have to order it more than any other ProMark stick, and it seems like it works for a lot of the players downtown.
And in this corner we carry tons of kick drum beaters and any kind of kick drum pedal that you could imagine. Pearl, DW, Tama, we have some vintage ones as well, Ludwig, Atlas ones, Yamaha, and then we carry a variety of kick drum pedals for your preference as well. And also here in the back we carry tons of stuff that drummers have to replace all the time. Like for instance, any kind of drum head for any size that you have on your drum kit, and we carry tons of hardware anywhere from DW to Tama, Pearl, Yamaha, vintage hardware, you name it, we'll have that. We also have 5 instructors here and then 2 practice rooms. So if you have a young child that wants to learn the drums, or you're retired and you want to learn the drums, we have instructors here that can teach in our 2 rooms as well. And also up here at Forks, upstairs, we have a wall of cymbals, anywhere from Peisty to Meinl to Sabian to Zildjian, and we have drum sets set up so anyone can come in here and play, test out a kit they want, test out any cymbals that they'd like as well. One of the coolest things about Forks is our shop here. So if you have anything that needs to be fixed, a broken drum, almost. One of the coolest things about Forks, we can fix anything from a broken hi-hat stand, we can change your heads, you got a cracked cymbal, we can cut out the cymbal and fix that for you back here. So this is one of the coolest things about Forks that we do here.
The folks at D'Addario are always super pro, always looking out for us. We really couldn't be happier. We're just glad and fortunate to carry it here.
Thank you for visiting Forks Drum Closet in Nashville, Tennessee, serving the working drummer since 1982.